You never want to see guys get injured, especially up front. It's kind of like my livelihood, our livelihood, and run game, pass game, everything. You go as your front goes, offensively and defensively. So you never want to see guys get banged up. Hopefully get those guys back as fast as possible. I think they've done a great job all training camp of playing well, whoever's in there, playing together, meshing. And then now it's like everyone's kind of swapping around, moving positions, trying to learn everything. And I think the guys have done a great job of that, but obviously you want your guys healthy. So hopefully they can get back quick, and definitely just next man up always has to be ready. I think it's a good example of that.
As a follow-up, can you just talk a little bit about your level of readiness going into the last preseason game as to where you were this year, last year, with a year with Doug's system, all that stuff?
I feel really good. I think we've built a lot of chemistry, even more in this training camp. Obviously had a lot with the guys that were here last year, and then I think me and Calvin are just clicking more and more every day. So I think it's been really great. We've gotten some great work in. I like the direction that we're heading. You just got to keep getting better every day. It's such a long season. You just got to get better every day, every week. Uh-oh.
Way to go.
But I like where we're at right now. We got to keep getting better, and this will be a good little challenge for us. Get in there, get some good reps on Saturday against Miami.
Roy said to me,
your confidence is sky high at this point. What's the number one reason for that? Is it second year in the offense, or just the natural progression of where it would be?
I think it's a lot of things. I think, like you said, second year in the offense, just that consistency. Just the communication from myself and Coach Peterson and Press and the whole offensive staff. I think we have a really clear vision of what we want and what we kind of what our objectives are, and the things that I think we have a better idea too of, like, what we're good at and offensively what we want to try to do. So we're in a good spot there, and then just the rapport with the guys. I think offensively, whether it's receivers, tight ends, O-line, running backs, all those guys, we're just a close group, and I think with that gives everybody confidence. You can count on the guy next to you, and the guys have played well, performed really well, and even our depth throughout the preseason has looked great. So it's just encouraging for everybody. Everybody feels like they can go play free, and I like where we're at right now.
Roy said to me that he felt like after the Cowboys game, having just 2 drives, he would have taken a third to kind of get lathered up a little bit more. Did you feel that way? And
who said that?
Roy said that.
Oh, gotcha.
On the defensive side. Would you say similar vibes for you, / how do you feel about a quarter plus, like Doug is predicting you guys could play on Saturday?
Yeah, it's kind of a tough situation. It's like you want to obviously keep everybody healthy, and we've had a couple dings, so you want to keep everybody healthy, but then again, you want to get reps, and you want to get in a rhythm, and then it's like 2 drives in, that's when you just kind of start to get a rhythm, and then you come out, and so it's like, what's the best thing? It's kind of a fine line, and I think our coaches have done a great job of handling that. So it'll be good to get a little bit more work this week, and however much that ends up being, just go play well. I think that's the biggest thing for us. Let's be clean, let's execute. Take advantage of all the possessions that we get offensively, and just go through our plan and execute. So I think that's the main focus. You want to feel good about that, especially the last one going into the regular season. Let's end on a good note and kind of get ready for the season.
How different is the prep this week? Everybody's game planned all their life, but how much of an actual game plan is there on the dress rehearsal game?
Yeah, I mean, preseason, you try not to – I guess I don't know if everybody's different. I'm assuming everyone's a little different, a little similar. There's not a ton of game planning. Obviously, you want to – this one more so than others. You try to do what you think is good versus those looks, but you're not crazy scheming, putting in a ton of new plays, doing any of that like you might do in a regular season game, So that's different, but I think you are, especially now that we're going to get more reps, you are trying to maybe fit our offense to the defense – defensive scheme you're going against more so than the other games. You might just call our base stuff and kind of see what happens against different looks. This one, we're kind of trying to match it up a little bit better.
Would 5,000 yards passing mean anything to you when you consider the list of guys who have hit that number?
Yeah, I'm not sure who's on that list. Probably not a super long list, huh? Yeah, I mean, that would be great. I think, I'm honestly not a huge stats guy. I think it tells part of the story, but I think if we were to do that, that means we had a really good year offensively. So I think that'd be really good. But like I said, I don't really think about stats too much. I think usually that does tell part of the story of if you're a good offense or not. Usually you're going to have good stats, whether that's yards, passing yards, rushing yards, all that. Kind of like it started to line up for us last year. But really the focus is on winning, whatever it takes to do that. But if that comes with it, that'd be cool.
Press said clean was the goal. His goal for Saturday night was to get a clean. What does that look like to you?
think, unlike the first one, just no turnovers, not a lot of penalties, which I think the guys did a really good job of cleaning that up from week 1 to week 2 of the preseason. So, not a lot of penalties, no turnovers. Let's just execute our assignment, block the look or whatever, execute the concept that we're running. Let's be sharp. Let's, not miss a bunch of throws, not have any drops, any of that stuff. I think just when you look at the game, let's just be polished. Let's move quickly in and out of the huddle, and just execute. I think that's what you're looking to do. And obviously there's no game's going to go perfect. So there's going to be some things that you got to, work around and some obstacles. But I think that's the main idea, just be clean and execute.
It's the part of camp where guys are really fighting for spots, those end-of-roster spots. Would you ever go to Trent or Doug and have a conversation about a guy that you really like, or is that something that you just leave up to them?
Having up to this point, if there's something – there's more casual conversations, I think, about players just throughout camp. Who's having a good camp? What do you think of this guy? Especially like skill guys, that'll be, mentioned to me. But it's not a sit down where I'm going in there and necessarily stand on the table. If people are asking me what I think about someone, I'll definitely tell them and give my opinion. And I think they value what I think. But I wouldn't say I play a huge part in that.
Have they asked it all? Just
No, not really. No.
How much do you find yourself trying things out in practice this year compared to last year? Whether that's long balls, whether that's just trying something new with the receiver as opposed to a season ago.
Yeah, I think I try to play practice like a game from the standpoint of my decision making. But there are some times where, say you got Calvin one-on-one, the single receiver to the boundary or whatever, and you got a shot with him, and in the game I might work my concept to the field because I like the leverage for whoever in the matchup over there. But I haven't got a ton of reps with Calvin up until this training camp, so I might want to work that one-on-one route to him or whatever it may be. So I think that's changed a little bit for me of just getting to know him and working that stuff, kind of overdoing some of that so we can get our chemistry up to speed like I have with the other guys. And I think it's paid off. I think it's really getting better and better every day. I feel like we're starting to click. We're starting to get on the same page and just constant conversation with him. And he's given me a lot of feedback on things that he's done in the past and that he does well. And so I'd say I do more of that. And even with other guys, if it's a new route, like we're going against our defense, it might not be the best look for that, but I still want to get the rep of working that new route that we're running instead of just going to the other side because I didn't like the coverage. I might try to give that an extra look just to get it done.
How much have you enjoyed / maybe razzled him a little bit about Nate with the throw against the Cowboys and his newfound stardom, if you may, online and among the fan base?
Yeah, the great Canadian, he's done a great job, man. Guy works really hard. He does. So it's cool to see him have success. And obviously, everybody's been talking about that play against Dallas, and he had broke a couple tackles against Detroit and had that ball he threw on the sideline to Dearness. He's had some great plays, and that's what you got to do. Guys, looking to stick in the league and get a spot. And I think he's played really well, and it's been impressive to watch him just work. And every day in practice, he's like that too. Just really committed, works super hard, and I know guys got a lot of respect for him.
More than that.
Excited to be back at the bank.
Can't wait. First one. Next time we'll be in here. Week 2, Kansas City. So that'll be fun. It'll be fun. 7:00 game is a little late for preseason game. it'll be good though. It'll be good to see the bank packed. It won't be as hot, so I am kind of happy about that. So that'll be good.
All right, thanks.
All right, y'all. Thank you.